of this.
They were okay with it. They wanted to see MC Flight.
When were they?
They wanted to.
When were they at the MC Flight?
They were not
office.
there.
I mean office.
They were in the morning before at till 10 at 5.
You mean when like yesterday or?
Yeah, don't like today.
Huh?
Close the door. Can you close the door, please, Stefan?
What?
Can you close the door, please?
Which one? Where?
Okay.
There's
I think we are ready. The Wi-Fi just shut down. No, it's on.
We already have one viewer.
Hello.
Ciao.
Maybe it's on. Super.
Houses.
They have a forum. I will tell them.
Ciao. Who is that?
What? They have a forum.
Oh, that was it. Shut it down. Ciao. Don't do that, Ciao. Ciao, who is that?
What?
Sure, turn it off.
I know. I want more camera footage.
2 viewers.
2 viewers. We are so famous.
Mm-hmm. Ciao, who is that?
Let's take a photo. I know. You need to take off this. It's your phone. I told your thing.
2 viewers.
Click X there. We are so famous. Now go to the. Yeah. Now we double check once.
3 viewers. Wow.
Maybe it's me. Could be 2. Yeah. I like more my camera. Smile. Let's smile. It's okay. Now when it will be in 30 seconds here, I will take a print screen. Because 30 seconds, you're like, see? It's not 30 seconds, it's like just 10.
Oh my god. So we should start,
How much viewers? Yeah, just 2?
Yeah.
Let's give them some minutes. It's me for sure, that 3. Because I logged in. So we'll give you guys like
3-5 minutes maximum.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Bernal.
Thank you, Bernal,
for your question.
It's so unexpected that you came.
So when we are waiting, guys, if you have already the flow, I will repeat the flow anyway. But the thing is that if you want, we will explain again briefly the flow, and you can, if you want to, already make your questions. If you go to the post that I just put like 1 hour ago in Azure Czech Republic, there is the link for the Google form, and you can put as many questions as you want. We lost the viewer. As many questions as you want there for us to answer you. Okay. The thing is that we will explain the flow and it will be brief because the purpose of this, it will be mostly consultancy to receive your questions to actually consult you. So please feel free to start already making as many questions as you want, because if you don't make any questions, we will of course close the space in 10 minutes or 20 because there's no purpose. So we will give it 20 minutes. It's not check time. Three viewers. It's a really good photo, right?
I reckon.
Paya is checking Carolina's ass. like that.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Because she's here. What? It's okay. It's okay. Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Because she's here and she'll be here like for 5 or 6 months.
Okay, no problem.
And I told her that I have this.
Just remind me. So, do we have any questions?
It's just blank space. Oh no. Okay. Okay. Another. Thank you, Pilsen.
Oh, Brno has a question.
But we will. Okay. So start sending all your questions. We are receiving already questions. That's perfect. More questions, send please. And after we will start to answer them right after we explain the flow once more. Thank you, Berno and Pilsen already for your 2 questions. Feel free to send more.
Yeah. So we can start already, Joe, I think.
Okay, cool. We aren't going to take that much time for this, guys, because it's in the email, and I will actually mostly read the email. But just, okay, actually 5 viewers now. So we will start. For those who are not here, the thing is very fast. We're going to do now a very brief explanation of the customer flow, and after that we will open the space for questions. How you can make your questions is very simple. You just go to the post that I just made in Czech Republic group 1 hour ago, and you can put there as many questions as you want. We already have 3 questions. Thank you so much, Bruno and Pilsen, for that. Send as many questions as you want, even during the space. Okay? I hope that you guys are ready now. We have 5 viewers, which okay, it's a shame, but it's an open space and MC is here to enable you anyhow the space as you want. If you go to the email, I don't think it's that needed, but OGXers and Calm and Financers already received it. So you can approach your LCVP, OGX, Calm, or Finance in your LC in case you are not in those areas and seeing this webinar. They have this email with the explanation. We adapted the flow according to the new customer flow and the new financial flow. So you want to speak about the beginning, or do you want me to do everything?
All right, I can describe the first step. So as you already know, like there's the new website and the registration process is slightly different than from the previous one. That means that from the beginning of the launch of the website, people just sign in very briefly. They provide in the registration form the needed information like name, surname, and these things. They just choose the program and then they're registered. That means that the concept of registering is totally different than from the previous one, because the registration itself at the old Nastar CZ was somehow binding, that people had to upload their CV, write down some motivational lines or letter, whatever, and it took a lot of time actually for people to think about these things, and they were procrastinating, so they rather left. Right now it's much easier, and we will collect much more leads, but it also brings a different style of working with those people, because we need to adapt, we need to treat these people and nurture them in a different way than the previous ones, because these people who register at our new Nastar CZ might be also the ones who are just interested or curious about the internships we offer, and they might only want to look and go through the opportunities portal. But it doesn't mean that they're already decided to take an internship. And actually there is change that we somehow need to more sell to those people to attract them and convert them to the customers, which will be harder. But on the other hand, we have more of the leads. So that means that in the end, we should have like the higher number of matches thanks to that, because we at least have the contacts and people who are interested. So that's the registration. If you have any more questions to that, just submit the question and I'll try to answer for that. Then what happened, people register at Nastar CZ, they receive the automatic email from MailChimp, which you can also check if you register with the email that is or not already in Expa. for example, with your personal one. So if you register, you should get an automatic email from MailChimp where it's described, hello, thank you for the registration. These are the next steps you should take, and describe that they should go to login with the email, and that's it, to news portal. And as the OGXers, you see that in the CRM that you have the new leads, and you should assign some EP manager, and then you will work with them accordingly. So I'm passing the word to João.
That's it. So exactly as Radek was saying, then you get the email, and then you can assign as EP managers because the EPs will be in Expa. Don't worry for those who are always saying about the phone number. They have the phone number there on the MailChimp account, which LCPs have access to, so they can share with your team leaders and members in the area to call the people. Once you have this thing, it is highly advised to have a phone call. Some else's were talking to me, yeah, but we don't have phone calls, or we don't have right to do that. It's understandable if you cannot do it. But Radek was sharing with me some statistics that he was making, and actually only 70% of the customers that we have open the email that they receive, and only 50% actually goes to opportunities. If we just let them by themselves do their work and contact us, or actually start to apply to something, we are actually losing half of the customer. So it's really important that you call them, because let's be honest, before Isaac, who from us actually was checking emails that often, not really. So the customer needs to have this human approach, even though some of them, I know that in some cases, the customer is not so satisfied that we are calling them, but we have written, and we'll have written in the MailChimp, that they will be contacted by phone. So they are expecting it anyway. It's that we will, as a customer, ask them if they want the consultancy space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I interrupt you?
Of course.
Yeah, from my personal perception is that some people might be offended if we call them with an offer for interview. That you're, or like just a visitor on a website, you register to something you don't know much about, and you're just curious about the opportunities in the portal. And then someone in one day is calling you, and he's telling you that you should attend some interview. Then you're confused, and you're also like, maybe you're angry because like someone used your phone number and you don't know what it is about. The difference, what we should make now, is like to offer them, let's not call it the interview, but the consultancy space, because the people, after we open the opportunities portal for matching before payment, they will actually don't need any interview. So the role of us as OGXers and comms will be to support these people and find them to, like, so that they know how to find and get matched as fast as possible. So when we are going to tell them, hey, I saw that you're interested in the opportunities you registered yesterday. My name is blah, blah, blah from ISEC, and I'm here to help you. I can offer you the personal meeting if you want, where I can describe you how you should get matched, how this system works, to give you advices, blah, blah, blah. And like, let's not force the people to attend the interview, but rather like really in a night tell them that you are here as a support for them, and if they are willing, think where you will help them. That's all. And personally, I don't think that this should offend people.
Yeah, exactly as Radek said, it's a consultancy space. You just call them saying, we are sorry to bother you, but this is mandatory that we always ask if you're interested in having any direct approach with us, to have this space of consultancy, to take some advices. Please do the phone call with it, otherwise the customer after, I actually advise to some LCs as a challenge to do it until 24 hours. If you can do it, it will be awesome. If you cannot, until 48, because third day people no longer care about it, or they no longer are interested, or they lose the motivation as their personality is adjusted for. Once more, this is not interviews, it's a consultancy space. Me and Susha will work somehow during the next week or something to actually give you guys some guidelines for the calls and some guidelines for the meetings. But guys, you already know how to do the process. It's just not that we are there as making an interview. We are explaining about what is ISEC, what is EXPA, what is the process, how does it work, their legal things. I think all their questions, they are very clear about it. And of course, there's a space, and this is the most important thing, that we can recommend them stuff. It's like, okay, especially for OGIP, it's very important. Based on your profile, based on your capabilities and your core skills and masters, you can go to this internship. I recommend that you can go to this country partner or to this project or this sub-product. But you should not say, okay, I'll make you the questions and I will tell you if you pass. It's not at all what is recommended. Most of ISEC entities already, they actually don't have even this consultancy space. The EP can do whatever. And of course, we should give them some consultancy. So you can do this. You can actually then set expectations that we have these opportunities. Very important, like for example, Germany, no guys, no Germany, no US, what the fuck. Just tell them where is the biggest supply for every sub-product and for every project that we have of OGCDP and OGIP, and then try. Once you do that, the consultancy space, you just send them the information, like if they are interested after the consultancy space, okay, so I already sent you the contract, the XPP, and some opportunities. If the EP wants, the EP can already apply on the consultancy space with you. Because Denda, I think he made it already, or will make, I will actually ask him, because I was talking about it, that you will have open platform. What it means open platform is that the EP can register and the EP can apply for OGX to put as interviewed or paid anymore. The EP can apply for projects and the EP can go for it. So what our purpose, that's why it's very important to call very fast, because then they can start to apply to random internships. That's why we should give them some guidance, you know. Then if they want to do on the consultancy space, if they want to do the rest of the process, okay, I will send the contract by email, opportunities, XP. You just give some support online, like, because they should do it by themselves, as always in OGX, and then they go to the meeting, they have the interview with ICX, because ICX is actually the area that then selects the people. IGCP and IGP, they are the ones that entities will select them. Both EP and ICX will approve the internship and the EP through the acceptance note. And once both are approved and the LVM assessment is filled, there's just missing OGX to approve. And before you approve, that's when you do the thing. That's when you contact your EP, or the EP will contact you saying, okay, now you already have the approval from the internship over there and by yourself. Let's now just meet. You will sign the contract, you will pay me, and I can approve you. And that's it. I recommend most of you guys to do by cash, because it's really important that it's very fast. For example, if you do by cash, it's like they pay you the money and you give them the paper, and that's it. And you can approve on the meeting. But then if it's not by cash, it's by bank account, the invoice, then they will pay, and then if you see that they pay, you can approve. And this can take maybe 2-3 days, depending on the LC. And that's then when you start the process. And it's highly recommended, guys, by the way, that OPSs are delivered after match. It's very important for you to know. And that's it. It's super simple flow, I think. Now we already have a bunch of questions. Now we will answer me and Redek, depending, of course, on the purpose of the question. Already have like 9 questions. So let's go for it. This one is first for me. It's from, is it really necessary to sign the contract after match in 10 days? Yes, it is. And why is that? Because if you go to XPP, it's still a rule, it's still mandatory that after match, 10 days to sign the acceptance letter. Like, if you do an acceptance letter, you sign it, and then the OGX or the EP doesn't sign it, does not sign the acceptance letter within 10 days, then they can break the match legally. So this is very important for us to prevent the EPs to escape the break match without any cost. You know what I mean? Because, for example, imagine that ICX signs the EPIN, you know, and then EP signs it, and then but we only that OGX. Then the EP, according to XPP, has legal rights to say I can break the match, because on XPP it says that I have that this needs to happen just in 10 days. I hope you got it. This is the reason why we ask you guys just 10 days. So we have 10 days between the EP and ICX sign the acceptance note for you to meet with the EP and sign it. So you should be very strict.
Maybe there's just a procedure question from CZU. So the consultancy space is just like an informational meeting, or what should be the content in the consultancy spaces? The content is up to you. We actually started explanation of the new customer flow, that's it. But now we are answering the questions that you submitted, so you can still submit it through the form that, through the link that Joe provided when you sent it in Facebook.
Yeah. So if you go to the post on Facebook by the Czech Republic, there is their Google form, and you can put your questions there. No, this is consultancy space when they are with the EP.
Oh yeah, sorry, but still, like informational meeting.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same.
Oh, my mistake. Okay.
It's okay, man. When this new contract will be ready? Actually, I cannot answer this question because Kika is making it with Ksusha, and the thing that they submit this to the lawyer, I hope already, because we have MC lawyer, and the lawyer needs to go legally through it all the time for everything in every single change. We can ask you. I can ask you them again, and you can give the better answer for you. But hopefully within 1 week, 1 week and a half, we want to have already the contract done. Do not worry. Once we will have it done, we will share it with you. The same question. When will be the new contract? Can you show us the work in Expa for EP managers? Payment have to be confirmed from the beginning.
I don't get it.
Can you show us the work in Expa for EP managers? Payment. So the payment is not confirmed, never. This is what I was telling guys. So the beginning it's off. The thing that we have already is right now is that EP signs up, right? Then you put yourself as EP manager, right? What usually we do is that we need to have the meeting, blah blah. Then we need to put the EP as interviewed, as contacted, and as paid, right? This is how it's in Expa. Once Zdenda will put our Expa as open platform, this goes off. So your only role as OGXer is that you need to always check Expa database, the CRM, and once you see a new application, you put yourself as EP manager. So you are responsible and you are in charge of the people. And then there's nothing. The EP can start from the beginning to apply to any internship. Once the EP will apply to an internship, then the EP needs to sign the acceptance note, ICX needs to sign the acceptance note, and then OGX, so us, the EP manager, needs to sign the acceptance note, right? And once that's done, that's the match. But before you as OGX, as EP manager, sign the acceptance note, approve it, before that, it's when you will have the contract signing and you will make the EP paid for the full fee. So for OGX and for ICI, for OGIP and OGCDP. There's no payment check anymore. There will be not in the future. We should lead the first call to attract and interest people. We don't want to afraid them. Yes, so that once again, this is also for the question, what should be the content of the consultancy space? We'll make the guidelines. We already told them somehow how it's done. I was already working with Sushan talking about it. We'll make some guidelines, guys, but it should be very friendly. You know, it's more like we are just asking you if you're interested in getting actually to know more about our internships and more about what we are doing in Isaac. So we have this physical meeting that blah blah blah, and actually go for the. It's nothing else, guys.
We should never forget that we are not the corporate or like a big business, but rather like student organization or movement or whatever. That we're still like one of them. Like to really talk to them in a friendly approach, friendly way. Like, hey, this me. I'm a guy from ISEC. I saw that you applied. I offer you. Well, let's not say offer because that's negative. But like we can meet and discuss your opportunities. I can show you what you can do in our portal. I can show you tips and tricks, help. But for the bigger effectivity, we can schedule, I don't know, half an hour meeting, up to you. Or if people don't want to attend or meet with you personally on a consultancy, you should always collect at least some data from the phone call. That means that you should mark them in your spreadsheet or CRM or wherever you store the information about EPs. You should mark that, okay, this guy didn't want to meet with me because I don't know, he actually don't want to go for internship, or meet with me because he wants to go for internship next half year, or he needs to think about it, or whatever. You should like always store the information so that you know that, okay, next month I'll be calling the people again who told me that want some time for deciding, and you should never forget about those people. So that's, you kind of need to have the system so that you don't forget about the people, but you should at least like find out the reasons why they don't want to meet with you.
Mm-hmm.
And also, if you gather this feedback of people who don't want to meet with you, it's also helpful for us because then we can adjust the content on the website and the expectation of people, so that next time you will call them and consultancy space.
Yep, that's true. Other question, when will we get the new scripts? I was talking with Susha, we hope we'll get the scripts this week. Like guys, once more, this is very important. Don't wait for MC to give you everything.
Yeah.
Okay, like contract is important because it's done legally, but like you can already start to make your own drafts, your own ideas, share it with the network. In the end, me and Susha will just give you some guidings because some of you guys were asking for it, but it's very simple. For example, OGCDP awareness meeting, for those who know it, it's very connected. Is mostly a guiding meeting where we explain the things. We will do the guidelines very, for example, similar to that. Because in the end, for OGIP, for OGCP, is the same. It's just to guide the people. Then you just have the small part where you say you can go this or this subproduct because it's more connected to what you are studying. Important thing that I was asking from some people that had some question is like, still, if my EP really wants to go, I don't know, he wants to check marketing somewhere in Indonesia and he doesn't have that much connections in the course. Like, guys, it's an open platform. We can always say they have a forbidden list of partners that they cannot go. And we recommend the country partners because they are the most quality. It's true. If the EP wants to go, imagine, I don't know, I'm studying political science or whatever, or some human science, and I want to go for marketing in Indonesia. You say it's not suitable, it's not suitable. The EP wants to go still, let them go. It's in the meeting consultancy space. We will give them all recommendations, and we say if you will not follow our recommendations, it's okay. We will still be there for you, but just and be sure that then you have some hard time to find the internship, or it will be harder for you, or maybe you will not get the experience you want to. That's the single purpose. We are here to recommend you, and if you know how to sell it, then that's it. How can you ensure EP built an OPS? Guys, this is the most important thing. In the end, they need to go to the OPS. So you need to tell them something like, you will go with us to the process, right? And then you will go to before the final match, when they are approved, they will go with us and sign the contract and pay, right? And from the beginning, you need to explain them the flow, that it's like, now you will apply for internships, and after applying for internships, you need to sign the contract and go to the OPS with us. It's mandatory. So the thing is that it's written on the contract and on the OPS. So you just need to be very strict and simple. You will need to attend a seminar after you pay to Isaac and sign the contract. And when they will be signing the contract, they will be writing that they will say that they will go to the OPS, because if you read the contract, guys, it says that it's mandatory to go to the OPS and to the reintegration seminar, for example. So if they will sign it, it means that they need to go. And you can explain them, if you will not go then your internship is out. Just be very honest with them, because they need to know to be on the consultancy space. You already can share with them the dates that we have, that some LCs are doing. I hope this helped you guys. How to solve the problem with matching to forbidden countries? If it's not compulsory. Well, actually, that's a good question, because we were discussing of sending them some list already with the country partners.
Yeah, actually, the solution we are processing with João now is that we, in the terms and conditions during the registration, it will be written that there are some forbidden countries, like there will be highlighted that people need to agree with, they sign the contract. So they need to accept the conditions when they register, and then the automatized mail will be also a little bit adjusted, that it will contain not more information that mail itself, but it will contain the website, not website, but the page that will be on a Stage website that will be hidden. So normal visitors will not be able to see this page, but the ones who register, they will get the link in that email to this page where can they once again go through the conditions and see, okay, there will be some tips and recommendations how to work with OP. There will be information that we will call them. There will be information that they should not match in the forbidden party countries and so on. So this is what we realize that needs to be solved, but right now it's still in progress.
Yeah, so they need to apply, and once they apply, they need to have the terms and the conditions, and there will be at least country partners there. How long should be the consultancy? How long should be the consultancy spaces to attract and again not afraid or exhaust the customer? Well, we will make still the flow. It's really depending on the EP, and you can if the EP asks you, is like, okay, it can be 20 minutes or 1 hour, depends on how curious the EP is. We will try to make it to be short. It's like, this is it, this is it, this is it, this is it. And then if the EP already wants to have more questions, if EP wants to start to apply, maybe it will be like 40 minutes or 1 hour. But it's really, there's no concrete thing because it's a space. It's exactly like this consult, it's like this webinar. This can take 20 minutes or 1 hour, depends on how much people are curious and want to know about Isaac. So actually, if it's 1 hour, it's good because the EP is curious and wants to know more. When will be the replanning? What does it mean? Replanning of numbers?
I guess the replanning from the signups to applications, I guess.
So I strongly advise that you try to work with that. For example, I will already work a little bit with that in the visit. I recommend that if you already approach me, Radek, Susha, Caro, I wrote there that there's already the conversion rate from some entities that is like 15 to OGIP, 20 to OGCDP, so that you can do that. So you can already strive to have a conversion for you, and always try to showcase the MC, because then we can feedback you guys and help you with that. But it should be now, yeah, you should really start to do that conversion. According to this new process, make a okay. And the answer is the same. You should make the replanning when possible. You have the MC here that we by email or Facebook, or even if you need something else like Skype, we can help you with the numbers and the conversions. Could you please repeat it? What should be the result of the consultancy space? What we should tell in the end of the space the customer? Okay, so this is draft. I'm going to say you guys a draft, because we will still make it more perfect. Don't worry. So it should be very simple. It should be like, okay, hello. This is what Isaac is. Very simple Isaac understanding. This is sorry. This is what Isaac is, and this is the process. This is the flow. Because they need to understand the flow, and then you can tell them these are kind of your rights, and then you can ask the EP, why do you want to go? Where would you like to go? What would you like to do? So you can understand, what did you study? It's not an interview. It's just for you to understand how the EP is. Oh, maybe I would like to go for or in a school to be paid in Latin America. Then you can adapt. Okay, maybe you can go for a global talent teaching Brazil, or for global citizen volunteering in Indonesia at Edu Action. You just need to ask the EP, and then you need to understand why is more fit. And after that, you just clear some ideas, how it will look like. So like, then, okay, if you want to, and then call to action. They can take an action right now with you. So if you want, then it's about deadlines. Like if you want, you can already, sorry, man, you can already apply here with me to these opportunities, or you can wait, and within 1 day or two, I will send you the email with the contract, with the XPP, and opportunities for you to apply. You showcase EXPA to the EP, and action on the spot or later, and then very important, guys, if the EP wants to join the process, always make some next step, like, and next week or next 5 days or whatever, I will ask you by email, or I will call you, or I'll talk to you on Facebook. If you want, so we can fasten the process. So the consultancy space is just this. Briefly clarification of the things like Isaac, the process, country partners, forbidden partners, expa, see what is the EP most suitable to, and guide the EP already to apply with you or find some next steps for with you. Anyway, we will try to make a more cool thing for you. Okay. Uh, After the initial call, and perhaps even after the consultancy meeting, how do we keep EPs interested and motivated? Is my family? Okay, I will go in a while, okay? Sorry, guys. How do we keep the EPs interested, motivated? How do we communicate with them? So, do we assign EP managers to them? Cool. So, you assign EP managers even before the consultancy meeting. It can be even before. Right when you have when you have the EP on the platform on the CRM, you can assign somebody to the EP if you want, or after. Then can we just leave them? And no. Yeah, so I'm just reading because it's a lot of questions. So just leave the EP. Just put yourself as EP manager, and then how to keep the EP motivated. Well, once more, make next steps, and I recommend to all the LCs to have their own Facebook group for their EPs. Facebook you can add the EP already added you as friend on the consultancy space, and then you just add the EP to the Facebook group. It's your friend, and then you motivate them on the Facebook through some opportunity sharing, to talk with them, take some questions, help them, EP care stuff. Just is as always we do as Isaac, guys. It's the same. It's just more customer friendly. How can we make customer care happen during the new matching? As we do it before.
It's the same.
It's the same, guys. The thing is that the EP as the only thing, guys, here is that they only pay after, and the EP is more like free. But our purpose is that we enable the freedom, but we give them the guidelines and the support right from the beginning. That's the only thing. That's why you should Facebook. That's why you should show them expa, make them apply on internships with you, and give them just tips and recommendations of what you think they fit the most. It's more human approach than what we did before. How much EPs is the? Oh, yeah, it's an important question. How much EPs is good to have in the consultancy space? Well, it's up to you. One or more. I don't recommend that many. I recommend maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because if you have a big number, it's much very confusing and it's not personal. Let's try 1, 2, 3, maybe 4. Because I understand big LCs, they have some issues with that, but that's the only thing.
Like imagine that you're going, for example, to the bank and you want to consult if you should, I don't know, what bank account you should open and what loan you should take. And like there is the private banker who's there just for you, and like maybe some of the people might not feel comfortable with being in a group with other people, consulting their needs, their dreams, wishes, why they want to go for internship, their options, and so. And meanwhile, from the logistical point of view, just cannot like that he's explaining something, then the other guy is waiting. So like from my personal point of view, I recommend to go one after another to have it with just one guy. And my colleague Joao, he just went to meet his father, who's waiting here in front of the MC office with him. Just came back. And his family is waiting for him, so Joao unfortunately needs to leave now. I'll still stay there. I'm not sure I'll be able to answer the OGX processes question as much as Joao, so rather Sushal with the question about OGX, but you can ask me about the registration process, the website, or whatever that's connected with the attraction and if you want.
Yeah. So I will leave. I will just have more 5 minutes. You already can put some questions fast. You already can promote this in this new way. I will once more talk about it with the Xuxa and Kika because Kika is on Expro. That's the biggest thing. But it should work like this, guys. It should work like as up, especially because the contract it will be only be after match. So the EP already they already can start to do the process with you. And during this next 1 week and 1 week and a half, we will try to already give you everything, guidelines and the contract. Just don't be afraid because you also got the guidelines. It's not that hard. I will just go and pick my stuff. If you have any other question, you can still ask it there. 2 or 3 minutes.
Super. So another question from Elsie Bernard. So it's already recommended. No. So another questions. Questions. The form where you can submit the questions is in the Facebook group of ISEC in the Czech Republic. Just about the website registration, automatization, whatever. Okay, so another question from Paya. You can switch to Czech when the webinar will be released. There are some internationals, and Joao is coming back soon, and he will also go through the output. So I think that we can stay in Czech. It's okay, but you can submit the questions. I'm sorry, we can stay in English, but you can submit the questions in Czech if you want. Steps right now to click paid interview to all EPs. So the website will be ready for this new flow. To do well, the website will be ready as soon as we need still to wait for Zdenda to open the platform. Once we do that, rewrite the text in the conditions and price list and in the description of the flow, which is not that hard. We actually just need to skip the payment after contract and put the whole cost after match, which will be done as soon as then that opens the platform, because we are promising something that we are not delivering. We need to wait to change the payment methods after match. As soon as we have that, then we'll change it. Okay. No more questions. Just the Czech language question from Bruno. I guess you don't like English. It's okay. Jean. Okay, guys, if there are no more questions within 5 minutes, we can end this session. So I'll still give you some time to submit your questions if you have some. If not, I'll tell you bye-bye. Jean? Okay, question from Pilsen. Is there any opportunity to automatically resending the registration from MailChimp to email or some other software? I'll answer to that later. There's just one question for Joao.
Yes.
The ones who already signed the contract, will they go in the, or will they also be free now to match? Like the ones who signed the contract, you know, like 2 weeks ago they
So
signed.
they can go on the old way, guys, because if they have signed the contract already, it means that they already were supposedly marked as paid, interviewed, right? So then it's the same. They have right means that you already put them as marked, as paid, and interviewed. So you already can, they already are able to apply to opportunities. So they don't no longer need to actually sign another contract with us after the match. So it's same way for these people. If they haven't signed a contract, it means that they should go still on the same old way. Just be careful because what we'll see is that some LCs right, some EPs right now, the platform is not open already. So it means that I will actually ask them right now very fast. So it means that if they applied already like 1 week ago, they still need to be marked as paid and interviewed. So what we should do is ask Denda if it's open or not, so that we can see if these people are can already do the new process or not. I will ask it Denda right now, and I will tell you guys. I'm sorry.
Sure, give me the link of that questions.
Yes, man. And also, you have to tell them that this is recorded, so they can see this again.
Yeah. Asking about if you can switch to JSON, so I said no. So, right now I don't have access to the question when Joao went away, so give me a second to request the access from him. I'll be right back in half a minute. Joao! Joao! Just send me the link. Please quickly.
So tell them that Denda will just confirm with Kika. It will be open as soon as possible, maybe today or next week.
Okay, so I just received the latest information from Joao that Denda said that he will confirm it with Kika, and they should open it as soon as possible. So wait for the updates. So if you are going to the Glorious conference tomorrow, well, that's the tricky part if you want to promote the new customer flow already tomorrow, because so far we cannot promise you that this will happen, I don't know, in few days or in weeks. Like, I hope not, but there's still a possibility that there might be some obstacles or complications, so you'd better still know that it's open platform. But like, you should still link them to the Nasdaq, check out internship opportunities, and tell them that the registration is simple. And we already have the open online platform where they can use that we have for still. I wouldn't tell them, to be honest, but I don't think that's such a big for you for tomorrow. Wow. Checking for another questions. Cool. No, nothing. Yeah, I hope I answered your question, but no. So still I'm waiting for questions. If you have some, you can submit them through the form. If not, we'll end soon. And the output from the webinar is recorded and it will be published. So Joao, just wants to say goodbye.
Yeah, I want to say goodbye, guys, and I will keep you OGXers updated because next week we will have some other webinar with more time this time for you guys to actually share with the network about some GCPs for GCDP summer peak. So get ready for that, and it will be ready next week. If you have any days that you have any preference to have this webinar, you can already text me and tell me about it. Okay. See ya.
Bye, man.
Can you put this in my master, man?
No.
Please.
Okay. Cool. So you just need to be fine with me from now. Okay, guys. So since there are no more questions, I guess that everything was answered. So as Joao said, winners will still be in the upcoming weeks. So you can schedule the time with Susha and Joao, so that we will have more time. And in this phase, well, there's still one question from person. My question about resending. Yeah, sorry, I skipped that. I forgot. So. Is there any opportunity to automatically resending the registration from MailChimp to email or somewhere? I'm not really sure I understand the question because uh, if it's meant that you want to receive the copy of the email that is sent to someone, that might be possible, but I'm not sure I got the question right. Okay, I get it now. I get it now. So you mean that if someone registers and he's added to the profile, he's added to the MailChimp database, you need to get some notification about it. Well, I'm not sure about this possibility. I know that MailChimp actually allows lots of notifications options. I'm not sure if it allows when someone signs in to send you the notification. And I need to check it, so I will send out output of this with the recording. I will also check it, and I'll try a question, or I can approach you personally. I get a question from Mira, or who is asking from Pilsen. Just write me the name, and we can talk about it, because like right now I don't know, but there's for sure some notification in MailChimp. asking. Okay, Mira, so I will approach you via Facebook and we can check it out. So just wait a few minutes after I end this session and I'll approach you. Otherwise, this was the last question. You're not submitting the questions anymore. So I'd like to thank you for visiting the consultancy space and maybe see you next time. Thank you. Bye bye. Have a nice day.